Okay, Scott Wessex Blades. Now I've done a quick short. This is a more traditional format video I'm going to do on the latest for Royal Mail, Parcel Forest and all that. The article that I've just managed to find on their website regards bladed articles used in UK Post as from May of 2024, when it would have been the back end of April. Most of the work that I do will still be not allowed, because they'll term something like this maybe as a camp knife, but something that is bog standard British Army survival knife, they just will as now prohibited. So the work that I do generally, they have clubbed in with Rambo knives. They've also come against machetes. So the fact that this is a Glock, they will probably call it a machete. There's no term for traditional in this. And throwing knives are also going to be problematic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it through, and I'm going to leave you the link underneath. So it sort of just doubles down, emphasizes on where the state of play is as from May. So what was going to happen was no bladed articles, nothing. So kitchen Moulinex, Kenwood chef blades, hair scissors for hairdressers, chef knives, it's all stopped. Anyway, enough people looks to have kicked off. I've only done a few letters. I thought this was a lost cause. So to everybody who has stumped up the effort to write, call, email, or do whatever form of campaigning or pressure that you have on Royal Mail, blown well done. Okay, I didn't think this was going to be a point that would have much room to maneuver on. So they've actually listened to enough of us to give us something back at least. What is lost still is, and they're in bold font, is prohibited bladed items. They're prohibited bladed items, not necessarily UK, not illegal, they're prohibited in them. Okay, well, for whatever reason, they contest that these are hot potatoes. So hunting / combat / survival type knives, daggers, so a double-edged dagger, movie knives such as Rambo, Crocodile Dundee. I don't think could quite get away with that as a camp knife. I don't know. Replica fighting knives such as Bowie knives, throwing knives, so little packs of 3 throwing knives, they're not allowing those, like kunai, they're prohibited. Machetes, yeah, they've just lost Martindale Glocks, so I'm gonna have to use UPS for that. It's going to be annoying. I'm going to have a tapestry mosaic of stuff to use. Oh, well. Fantasy knives. So that will get into the zombie knife area. Knives with images or words that suggest violence. They're already illegal. So that wouldn't... Do you see how they're still blurred in the mix of all this? Stiletto knives. So, stiletto. Pokey. Battle axes. Open razors and folding razors, and any similar items are prohibited and cannot be sent. Also see weapons, so I'll have another weapons. So those they don't want to touch still, they don't want to touch those. However, restricted items, so this is restricted, but in fairness, when you post it, wrap it up really well. Okay, play the game, guys, wrap it up well, protect it, protect the blade, protect the packaging, protect the postie taking it, all right? Prohibited items cannot be sent. However, other knives and blade, as defined by the Criminal Justice Act 1988, as defined by Section 4 of the Offensive Weapons Act 2019, which we've all done, can be sent, provided certain conditions. These are the conditions. In all fairness, guys, play the game and wrap up really well. All right. So, any knife or blade, including cutlery knives, bread knives, knives used for hobbies and trades, utility knives, snap-off cutters, gardening, camping, lock knives, bushcraft and farming tools with a blade or other trade tool commonly described as a knife. Now, quite where the blur between a traditional farming machete, they're saying machetes. I personally won't chance it at the time being until I've got a clearer definition of what they think a machete is. You see, a machete that looks aggressive and militaristic compared with something that looks traditional, 50-year-old design and more. Okay, it's traditional. However, I'm not going to take the chance as yet in my own personal expression of trade. Right. So, however, what are allowed are still butcher knives, including meat cleavers, felling axes, and razor blades. So, felling axes, battle axes. Okay, so double-headed battle axe, they don't want to touch because obviously its design is to put hurt on, whereas the felling axe is to work on a tree. Okay, so and these are the conditions. Come on, guys, we gotta do this, right? Only sent using the Royal Mail tracked age verification service and only through click and drop, which is what we've got anyway, right? So it's 48 and 24-hour age verification on the click and drop. So it's picked up at your house or dropped off at their house. This is what we fought for. We still got this. Must be packaged appropriately so items present no risk to employees and other postal items or recipients. Wrap it up well. Wrap the heavy card around sharp edges and points strong enough to ensure the contents don't pierce the outer packaging. Wrap each item with cushioning material, placed in silver outer combat, such as the padded envelope. The sender's name and return address must be clearly visible on the outer packaging, and the outer packaging must be clearly marked to indicate a bladed item is closed. I put appropriately patched and safeguarded edge tool requiring 18+ signature is what I put, and must not be handed to someone under 18. Okay, and somewhere online there's things about UK legal. Now, I'm not going to get into that because I would even think of it. I'll just send it age verification. Not blurring the lines. Okay, so probably not now because they're classing that as a machete, but traditional is a bit of an odd word at the moment. But gardening, camping, lock knives, bushcraft, farming tools, blades and other tools commonly described as a knife, butcher knives, felling axes, razor blades. Let's take this, let's run with it. Bloody well done to everybody who's put the effort in with all this. Don't muck about with it. Let's use this, and then in time, let's try and clarify the traditional farming tools away from what they think a machete is. Unfortunately, machete's a buzzword at the moment, and they've obviously took a step back. So won't push it for now, in my mind. Let's take it. Well done for listing Royal Mail, and again, huge thanks to everybody who's worked on this. I've only done a few letters myself. I didn't think we'd have much headway in this, but we've got a result. Let's take it, move forward, and then try and maybe claw back on the Golocks and the traditional British Army survival knives and that sort of thing. Anyway, a small win, but it's a win. We'll take it. Scott Whistleblade's out. Well done, everybody.